My name is Rhapsody, the name of the game is Hearthstone Arena, and I'm sorry. I have been brutally wounded by illness for the past more than a week, and unable to speak on certain days, unable to move on others. Hopefully everything's fine now. I may have to mute the mic occasionally, just so that I can move away from the camera and cough up a lung, but I can only do that a total of twice, because humans only have 2 lungs. We're going to be going into the arena with our 755 gold. Oh boy, doggy. Now, I have no fucking clue who I've done most recently. I think I've done a hunter fairly recently, and maybe a priest as well, but fuck it. I'm gonna just play this dank-ass, dope-ass Jaina Proudmoore. Argent Commander is really good because it's a 4-2 body on the field, plus it's also like 4 direct damage to destroy something. Really nice. I like Arcane Intellect, because it's a spell, so it gets all the cool spell effects, but at the same time it's draw 2 cards. But it itself is a shitty card, so it's kind of like 1 mana, draw an actually useful card, also discard this one. It's replace this one, basically. And for that specific reason, also because there are better 4-drops, I'm going to be getting a Bloodstar Raider instead. Slug Belcher, he's actually really good in Arena. I have moved him way up. Acolyte of Pain is way better in Mage, because you can trigger it yourself. Tauren Warrior I could say the same for, actually. I'm gonna go with the Narubar Weblord, just because I don't have, like, an incredibly high amount of battle cries in here. I mean, I guess I already have the Bloodstar Raider. But the thing is, with the Narubar Weblord, since he's got 1 damage and 4 health, he has to hit something twice, usually, because on average in that type of, in that early game, you're going to be running up against a 3-2, so he would have to hit it twice in order to kill it. But he hits it once, it survives, and then I can use my hero power to finish it off. So I could actually get value out of the Narubar Weblord in that fashion. Silverhand Knight versus the Haunted Creeper. Mana Worm relies too heavily on synergy that I don't have. Haunted Creeper is really good. I can't pass it up. It's just really good. Both of these are horrible, but I don't want to take Ice Barrier, so I'm going to take the Reckless Rocketeer, and I'm going to be really annoyed about that. Flame Strike. Always take the Flame Strike. Unless you have too many Flame Strikes, in which case don't take the Flame Strike. That's the more you've learned. That's what that was. These are all bad. These are all very bad. It looks like it might be trying to offer me a secret kind of combo deck, because it's given me a secret and it's given me the Secret Keeper. Maybe. As it stands, however, I'm just going to take the Pint-Sized Summoner, though. Yeah, it's trying to. It's trying to get me to take that, but I'm not going to take it. Just because it's bad. Priestess of Loon is basically 1 more mana than the Booty Bay Bodyguard, and less useful, actually. Polymorph is really nice. Frostbolt versus Earthen Ring Farseer. This is unfortunate. Fuck, Abusive Sergeant could also be pretty good, because I'll have those little haunted creepettes, and I'll have, like, I've got a lot of little small dudes. A lot of little small dudes. I'm gonna take Earthen Ring Farseer, because it's really hard to get good 3-drops. Mighty Berserker is a really solid one on this this character. Cone of Cold could be useful. Bloodfin Raptor is really good. I think I've got enough early game at this point, so now I just want to get value in my 3 and 4s. So Harvest Golem is a really valuable 3. Oh no. Oh, this is really nice. Okay, so Sunwalker versus Stampeding Kodo. I'm gonna go with Kodo because getting Kodo value is just so huge. It's a huge swing. I'm getting a lot of Cone of Colds here. That's my 3rd Cone of Cold. And each time, it's not been an optimal choice, but it's been the choice I had to make. Ooh, Raging Worgen. I can trigger that myself. Fireball. Nice, nice, nice. Azure Drake. I'm getting some good stuff here. Guess I want the Haunted Creeper. Oh no, it's offering me a lot of early game stuff in the late game, where I want to be picking up late game stuff. Even though the Direwolf Alpha is better, I needed to pick up late game, and I'm gonna have to take Pyroblast because I have nothing to end my game right now. This is a bad deck. we have way too many early drops, and our late drops are not of significant value, so we can't come back into the game off the back of that. We only have like 2 sources of directed damage in the Fireball and the Pyroblast. We are going to have a lot of trouble with this deck. If we are going to win with it, it's probably going to be off the back of charged minions going through to the face, and my opponent making a lot of mistakes. That's unfortunate to come back on such a poor start. Now, I have a gigantic mug of just liquid stay awake. And that's not to keep me awake. That's just so that I'm faster than snail pace, basically. Which you may have just realized. I'm usually, if I can blow my own horn for a moment here, I'm usually pretty quick in talking and having things to say. But when you're sick, or when you're ill, or when you have a headache, everything slows down to a snail's pace. Interestingly enough, I'm going to keep the Pint-Sized Summoner, because if I coin it out on turn 1 and it doesn't die, I can get the Raging Worgen out. And the thing is, even if I coin it out and it does die, I've got a 2-drop to back it up, which was very likely to happen. Unfortunately, it does only reduce the cost of the first minion that I play each turn, so I can't just play Amani Berserker and the Bloodfin Raptor. That's fine, because basically now I can just kill the Ironbeak Owl for free. Boom! And then attack the face. And then I can play the Raging Worgen next turn. So it still delayed the game in the same fashion. That's an interesting play. That is a very spirited play. So, the worst thing that could happen to me right now, I guess, is Consecration. But a Consecration against 2 targets is not horrible for me. True Silver Champion, I would seem... What? I would have thought he would have a True Silver Champion to hit the Bloodfin Raptor. Okay. Well, considering he didn't have anything powerful on 4 mana, I'm gonna guess that he has something more powerful on 5 mana, and because of that, I want to play the Amani Berserker, and also just clear his board. I should have done that and cleared his board first, actually. Just so I could draw the card, just in case it was something situational that I did want to use. So I've... Basically, if he plays something with high attack... If he played something with high attack, I had a pretty good response, which is, Fire Blast my own Amani Berserker and then kill it. If he played something with low attack, I had a pretty good response, which was the Stampeding Kodo. So I guess this turn is just about put things on the board that he can't deal with his, True Silver, or that he gets low value of dealing with his True Silver. Obviously, Raging Worgen does not fit into that. Yeah, he's going to be disappointed to note that the Death Rattles do not trigger whilst Avenging Wrath is happening. And because of that, he can't get the ones that come out of the Death Rattle. It's pretty good. Against the Paladin, the positioning of putting these on either side isn't actually too important. I can't even think of a single Paladin spell that takes position on the board into account.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
This is interesting. I could try and set him down to 10 and then just try and wait it out. Well, I know that at least this many minions are hitting his face. No, I'll take it out. I still have a source of burst damage in terms of fire blasting my own Raging Worgen. It gets enraged and then hits him in the face twice.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Yep, and that's what I'm gonna do. Shit, I can Cone of Cold after that for a really effective Cone of Cold. No. Yeah, I'll still Cone of Cold. Because I can trade the Earthen Ring Farseer off and keep this dude. Yeah, alright, that leaves me in a pretty good position. I was wondering whether I wanted to use the Raging Worgen and then both of the Spectral Spiders to clear the board and then just end up with my 3-3. But that's holding Cone of Cold. And I've got 2 Cone of Colds, and let's be honest, no situation later in the game where I'm going to want to use them. So the reason I Firebolt his face, Fire Blasted, my apologies, is because if he heals up, I believe it, what's it called? The thing that heals him up. Oh, that's actually kind of clever, the way that he did that. Anyhow, if he healed up 6 by using the Guardian of Kings, then I would have an easy way to set him back down by popping his dude. Bang!
Well played.
The funny thing is, Fireball would have done the same thing much earlier. Would have been a much shorter game with Fireball in hand. Ugh. So 1 and 0 at this point. Now, I will remind you that all of these people are being beaten by a sickly old man. So they should be ashamed of themselves.
Jaina versus Malfurion.
Just for Quicks the Druid. Are you prepared?
You asked for it.
So this is a pretty simple mulligan. I really, really hope I don't have to explain the reasoning behind that one. I really wish Sorcerer's Apprentice made 0-cost spells costs -1. Like you cast the coin and it gives you 2 mana because of it. That'd be dope. I mean, it would suck and it would break the game, but it'd be dope.
My greetings.
I should probably greet this person.
Hello.
Yeah. I'm a nice guy, I'll greet you. Now, I've got a choice between the Haunted Creeper and the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Haunted Creeper is sustainable, Sorcerer's Apprentice is more powerful initially. It's basically the only decision I'm making between the two. I just didn't want to have the Sorcerer's Apprentice immediately wrothed, so that's why I held it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! That's gonna be a Druid of the Claw.
Where shall I strike?
My apologies, I had to go collect a tissue and die into it. Basically, all I can do at this point is just wait. This sucks. This sucks a lot. What I need is for him to overextend his board. Swipe. What I need is for him to overextend the size of his board. And then allow me to flame strike all his bitches forever. That would be the best play he could make. For me. Not for him. Would suck a lot for him. Okay, what do I want to draw? I guess, did I even get any Frostbolts? Like, I got a lot of Frostbolts offered to me. Did I pick any of them up? I really hope I did. Shit, this guy is not playing around.
To Northrend, victory!
Fuck. We've got trouble here, guys. That opening was 5 strong, 7 me. Which is 3 more than 2 strong, 4 me. Oh, if he hit this once, he would have immediately turned around and used shapeshift to clear it.
You call that?
Now I just need to hope he doesn't have 5 damage in hand. Because I can crawl back from here, using the Earthen Ring Fallacy to keep myself safe. Okay, so he's got 4 damage in hand, and he's got the shapeshift. So I guess it's swipe, shapeshift my face.
Fire, attend me.
What?
Ready, sir.
No? No swiperino. Interesting.
Victory or death.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Interesting. Now, obviously, he didn't have 5 damage last turn, so hopefully he doesn't have 5 damage this turn. It would have to be in the top deck in this card.
Where shall I start?
Oh, come on, you butt.
Well played.
Guys, we got outplayed.
Well played.
I'm constantly jumping back and forth between whether I'm happy that I'm right that this deck isn't going well, or whether I'm depressed that this deck isn't going well. It's an intersection on which I live my life. I tend to bet against myself as often as possible, so if I'm right, good work, Ryan, you were correct that you didn't succeed. I just get to take solace in the fact that I was correct. But if I succeed and I'm wrong in my guess, then good work, Ryan, you succeeded against all odds.
For it.
It's just a catch-all scenario that allows me to be happy forever, without necessarily deserving such a thing. Okay, so I kept these because that's a solid minion to play, and then Fireball is just, you know, solid removal, basically, early. That's all it's used for. Oh, man. So I could have used the Yamani Berserker, but the Emperor Cobra will just immediately remove that. Without need for interaction by any other card. Oh, dude, is this guy rushing me? Is this guy rushing right now? He's gonna find that that's very simple to do and actually pretty easy, and he's gonna have a pretty good time. So at this point, this is trading very far up above its current value, so I'm fine to do that. And then I just make a board. My hope here is that he doesn't have an incredible Unleash the Hounds combo, and I am going to consider at all points playing around that and try not to fill my board. Holy shit, he is going all out rush. He gave me an extra mana crystal. That's not a good thing to do. So I guess I go all out anti-rush. And I'm going to try and fill my board with things he can't stop. Like the Twitch Bomb. I'll fill it with the Twitch Bomb, because you can't stop the Twitch Bomb. At all. Ever. So I've been told.
Would
Okay, so I can kill that, but the way I'm going to kill that would be with... yeah, actually I'll do that.
Farewell.
The reason I didn't want to do it in the way that I just did is because it fills my board and it gives him the opportunity for that Unleash the Hounds combo I was talking about. But the other play would have been Cone of Cold at this turn, keep it on ice, literally, and then just hope he doesn't have a silence. It's a little bit too hopeful.
Farewell.
So this is me saying, hello, Chippy the Hunter. I have a Pyroblast in hand. That's what this whole turn projects. Also, basically, my follow-up turn is Cone of Cold to fuck everything on his board, and then Stampeding Kodo to fuck anything that survived the first.
Magics.
This man has all the spell damage, so... I'm just playing around traps. I'm an idiot. I totally forgot to play around the trap with that one. I did dumb things. And I'm just freezing that. I know it's a waste of time to do it, but I'm freezing that in case he has buff cards, and then just runs it into my face.
Mind if I roll need?
However unlikely that is, I'm just doing it for that reason.
Let the dogs out.
Boom! I love Pyroblast because it's so interactive. It's the best thing about it. You just have so many opportunities where you can stop your opponent from playing Pyroblast if you predict it well. For anyone who has trouble detecting sarcasm, that's an example of it. In fact, they actually had to nerf Pyroblast a long time ago from 8 mana to 10 mana because it was so uninteractive. People would just stop you, kind of like the current Freeze Mage meta. People would just stop you from killing them and then Pyroblast you 3 times in the face. Well,
You asked
twice,
for
but they had fireballs and all that other bullshit as well. This is actually really poor. I have a lot of 2-drops. In fact, the majority of my fucking cards are 2-drops, so... Oh, it's okay. I've only got 1 2-drop apparently, so that's good. Oh, nice! This guy had to mulligan his whole hand, so it's not going to be a horrible time for me. Hopefully. I have nothing with Battle Cry, so I'm going to run out the Naruba Weblord immediately, just so that if he has something like, you know, Acidic Swamp Ooze, and that's the 2-drop that he was holding onto, or the 2-drop that he's hoping to play, that he's kind of fucked over by it. Anytime you can play this without disrupting your own game is the time to play it.
What to do?
In Arena, at least. If it somehow managed to be the best pick you could make, then that's what you want to do. So the reason I've made that decision is because I believe the Amani Berserker is going to be able to kill something bigger later. And I don't need to put him on the board just yet. Even though he is 1 more damage. Come on. Oh, if he doesn't play a minion this turn, then you can taste the salt in the air. All of them have battle cries. I'm calling it now. All of his cards have battle cries. Even his hero power has a battle cry, because he wasn't... No? Oh, wow. The salt is palpable. The interesting thing is he could have removed the Amani Berserker if I had played it. Okay, so I'm playing the Amani Berserker this turn. Because if he wants to swipe the Narubar Weblord and give himself the ability to start playing cards, he will have to enrage the Imani Berserker. It's kind of like in the current Zoo meta, where you put a lot of minions on the board, and you also put, say, a Nerubian Egg on the board. Because if your opponent uses board clear, they have to give you a 4/4. It's good fun. Oh, there's dust all over my keyboard. That's how long I haven't been able to record for. There is dust on my fucking keyboard. Horrible. Well, I can't play the Stampeding Kodo this turn anyway, so my Narubar Weblord is not hurting me. Oh look, Harvest Golem, another card that I can play. I'm just putting in the little beats, guys. I'm just fucking giving him a bip and a bop and a bibbity bap boom zoop bap. That's all I'm doing. I mean, I've taken away 4 fucking health or something. Actually, to be fair, he has armored up to the value of about 4 armor, so... There's not a significant difference between 4 and 3. It just means he is now vulnerable to... Wrath. And you know what? If he wants to kill it and then play something that has 2 or less attack, I would be very grateful. Nah! He's got his own! Oh, that's interesting. I would actually want to Stampeding Kodo that, and I totally can't. Just ignoring his whole board, because next turn, if he does want to populate it, I can Flame Strike. Or I could just Cone of Cold again. Put him on ice. I just have a myriad of decisions to make. And far too much time to make them. Interesting. So it's Cone of Cold again! Cone of Cold will freeze the Scarlet Crusader through its shield, by the way. I can just keep going to the face. I have a Pyroblast. I can end this. The thing is, eventually he will play a minion that I hate. Like, he'll play, like, fucking Ironbark Protector or some shit, and I'll be like... That's an example of me, like... With the quivering lip and all. Oh. It'll be tragic. But today is not that day! End your turn, I want to Flame Strike you. Oh, welcome back, Ryan. That's what Hearthstone is saying right now. Welcome back, Ryan. We'll give you a little bento box sampling of all of the things that you've missed. Being fucked over by other people and fucking other people over. Oh, just isn't it lovely? Isn't it glorious? Isn't it marvelous? Isn't it? Apparently, is what I was saying instead of isn't it? I did not have enough time to mute the microphone there, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Oh, dear God. Ancient of War, or any legendary, are basically the only things that I'm fearing from him right now.
Who dares defy this ancient?
It's a legendary. It's a legendary. It's weird. Okay, so choose one, which is basically choosing between 2 Battlecry effects, does not count as a Battlecry effect. in my opinion, that makes Naruba Weblord less effective against Druid than most other classes. And also against Rogue, because combo is not a battle cry effect either. It's only legitimately something that says exactly battle cry in it. Obviously he's fucked, because I drew the flame ball. Wow, good work, right? The blaze ball, yes! He's fucked because I drew that. So he needs to heal himself or lose. Have you got the power to heal yourself? Earthen Ring Farseer will do it. Fuck, even the Ancient of Law will do it.
Where shall I strike?
Ash's not gonna do it. Healing Touch would have done it.
Well played.
Well, what is it, motherfucker? What are you gonna do against that, huh? Huh? Exactly. Paladin or Warrior victory? Let's just quickly go and reroll that in case it becomes a mage victory thing. Rogue or Warrior? I'm getting some really shitty quests recently. What is that? 3 and 0? 3 and 1? I don't know. I am not a particularly well-counted man. Should spend some more time with Sesame Street and see if I can get those skills up. 1, 2, slow down, Count! I'm trying to make notes here. What came after 1? Fuck!
Jaina versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
You asked for it.
That's actually surprisingly not bad. Again, Acolyte of Pain is kind of like one of those swipe assurance cards. Because if you swipe the board while an Acolyte of Pain is on it, I will cry. No, I will draw cards. So I have a handful of 2 and 3 drops. I need to draw into later game, but I have a while to do it. And I have things that can be used as pseudo late game. Emperor Cobra usually trades 1 for 1. Marnie Berserker usually trades, or can trade 1 for 1 if it's in a really good scenario to do so.
It's time for a little blood.
It depended on whether he attacked my face or the Haunted Creeper as to whether I played the Haunted Creeper or the Amani Berserker. If he attacked the Haunted Creeper, it would be more likely that he had a... It would have been more likely that he had a Wrath in hand. And then I would have played the Haunted Creeper rather than the Amani Berserker. Now, this is a gamble. If he has Wrath, basically, if he has a way to remove the Amani Berserker without hitting it with his face, then I'm kind of annoyed. Because then I've lost tempo and given him value. It looks like he's preparing to hit it with his face. Which I'm fine with, for the record. Plus, he used a card. Shit. That's like all the things I wanted him to do. It's unfortunate that I have to use that card. Because it's off-tempo. If I played the Haunted Creeper and the Sorcerer's Apprentice, he'd just get value out of his Razor Fan Hunter by killing the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Looks like he's gonna turn around and kill the, No! Oh, well. That's interesting. Why would he do that? I mean, now I get like a really good trade. It's confusing. It's very confusing. Plus, this guy is ever threatening. He can have 1 health and he is super threatening because he can kill anything he wants. It just means that he has another 2 mana sapped from him this turn.
Safeguard the land.
Yeah, has to use 2 mana to deal with it. I don't like how he played there. And it's not for my sake, I don't like it for his. So there's 3 mana left over after that. That's not great. Guess if I Sludge Belcher, it's so this is shitty against Swipe, but I'm making the bet that he does not have Swipe in hand, because he hasn't played Swipe yet. And there have been a bunch of situations where Swipe was really good. So if he does have a Swipe... Oh... I made a mistake, guys. Thought he didn't have a Swipe, but he had a Swipe. I feel really bad about that one, because I was so sure. Oh well.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
It does lose me value, but... Oh, wow, now I'm actually in a really bad position. That's not good. This is not good. Okay, well, the thing I'm hoping is that Gnomish Inventor survives, because then I can use it as the trigger for the Raging Worgen, get 3 damage in on it, and also trigger my Raging Worgens in rage, so I can attack again. That'd be pretty good. Right, now I can't do that. Oh. I can only kill one of those. I can't play them out because they'll just get killed by the dude and he'll get value. Whereas the things I currently have on the board can be killed and he won't get value at all. There's no value really in killing them. They are more valuable dead than alive, is what I'm trying to say there. I don't like this. I've run out of removal for heavy dudes, so as soon as he puts down a heavy dude, I lose. It's just how the game will go. I am hoping... I've had that used against me like 5 trillion times. I am hoping for the Flame Strike at this point. Oh god, no. So my plan of killing that has failed. It is time to flood the board with dudes.
Just like you.
And then hope he doesn't realize he has lethal.
You win.
He does, he has lethal on board. He has 14 damage, I have a total of 12 health. And as everyone knows, 12 minus 14 is equal to concede. It's maths, that's just how algebra works. So we are now 3-2, and we are going to hope for some really, really good cards in that final pack, just to help us get over this flu. I imagine if the cards are good enough, I will be spontaneously cured, miraculously, of absolutely every affliction I've ever had in my entire life. I will be transcendently healthy. That's only if there's like a golden legendary in there or some shit.
You asked.
If it's a 40 pack, I may get malaria, guys, so, you know, watch out. Oh, man. Having a 2 into a 2 is fine if you have the coin, but if you are not the man who holds the coin, you need a 2 into a 3. Luckily, I drew a 3, so, yeah. I don't even know what I'm complaining about anymore. I'm just complaining because I like to do so. It's one of my favorite pastimes. I couldn't put out the Bloodfin Raptor because Arcane Missiles could have gotten a 50-50, whereas the Emperor Cobra... Oh wait, Arcane Missiles would have got it in a 50-50. Shit, no, I had good reasoning for this. Let me just remember it.
Who you want me kidding?
Arcane Missiles would have got it in a 50-50. So he would have used an Arcane Missiles rather than a Frostbolt, and the Amani Berserker is a Frostbolt bait so that the Emperor Cobra could survive. There was reasoning in there, it's just I couldn't articulate it. Because... So unfortunately, the Emperor Cobra against, you know, classes with 1 damage does not stick around to tell the tale. But that also means that he has to play with 2 less mana than me. Yeah, that goes first, and then I imagine a Frostbolt if you have one. This is interesting. Do I actually want to play a Stampeding Kodo without getting value from it? Of course, I say that while I play the Stampeding Kodo. No, while I don't play the Stampeding Kodo. What am I even fucking talking about? While I play the Haunted Creeper instead. This dude has too many cards in his hand. He needs to chill out.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
I was wondering whether I should use the Fireball, but if this is... that's probably a good example of the only time I'm actually going to get decent value out of the Stampeding Kodo, and being able to play the Stampeding Kodo develops my board, so why the fuck not? Shit, if he has to polymorph a Stampeding Kodo... Man, I wish I had higher cards in my deck, like heavier cards. And I'm also really glad he just played that polymorph, because this is a much better polymorph target. He polymorphed a 3-5 instead of a 3-5 with taunt that summons a 1-2 with taunt. It's just a straight downgrade. Ah, fuck. You dickhole. Alright, the only way I'm gonna kill this guy is by out-damaging him. Unfortunately, I have to take a detour to kill the Raging Worgen, because the Raging Worgen is fucking terrifying when it is being played by a mage. That's why I killed it, by the way, because if he could turn around and remove the Fen Creeper, then he just has too great a reign on the board. I did consider, maybe I just put this Fen Creeper here and it'll be fine, but no. There's too many ways he could have destroyed the Fen Creeper. Exactly like he did, right? Like he did it anyway, so... That's an example of him being able to do that. I can use Cone of Cold to clear the board of mirror images, if that's what you're about to do. Anything with 2 health I can kill with 2 Cone of Colds. And it would be hilariously good.
Let the pain speak to me.
Oh, damn! Dude, he vaporized my fucking thing and gave me 2 more! How dare he. Obviously, my board is not fantastic. It's not something you want to flame strike. But in his position, you might. Oh, look, another card. This is a problem with Cone of Cold. What the fuck am I to do with all these Cone of Cold? You fucker! That's my party trick! shit! The problem is, we are far past the point in the game where he will have more than 2 minions on the board, so I'm not even going to get maximum Cone of Cold value if I try. I could wait forever. It'll never happen. I just hope that's Mirror Entity. Come on. You are kidding me.
X marks the spot. Me?
I just died. I just lost. Because he can play 2 Sludge Belches this turn. I keep fucking forgetting that Duplicate is a card that exists in this video game. Yeah, that's the end of me. There's no way I can get through that much taunt with this small amount of minions and with only a... what's it called? A Pyroblast in my deck as damage. It can't be done. And these 2 Cone of Golds. You know what? These are fucking horrible cards. I don't know why I picked them 3 times. I know there were 2 situations where it was in a really shitty pack. But... there's not... I'm just salty because I'm faulty, guys. I'm just salty because I'm faulty. Can't do it yet. Cannot concede yet. What happens if he accidentally Pyroblasts his own face twice? Eh? We might have a chance if that happens.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Wrong target. He should have done that on the slime. Because now I can kill that slime with this. Sometimes Satan is just on your side, guys. Sometimes. Ultimately, we're still fucked, though, so... do not raise your dongers just yet.
It's time for a little blood. It's time for a little blood.
The silence is me thinking of every card that I drafted and trying to think, can any combination of those cards win me the game? I've come up consistently with... no. Not even close.
For the king!
Okay. So all I need to do is draw Mind Control. From a deck that doesn't have Mind Control in it. I've already used my Fireball. I used it to remove a Water Elemental immediately after he used a Fireball to remove my Fen Creeper. Which means I just don't have... I don't have the damage. Oh god. Can I fatigue him? Can I do that, even? That... you know, if he didn't have 4 cards in hand, fatiguing might be an option. So at this point, we are very heavily relying on the fatigue strats. We need him to overdraw before the screen comes up and says that I've lost. That's a shame. Alright, so with 3, I think we get 3 boxes of shit to open. Hopefully it's just gold in a pack. No dust. No dust. Dust sucks. Okay, so we've got sadness. Just a pack of sadness. Nothing there is useless. Nothing there is useful. I believe I have all of the things there that could have even possibly been classed as useful. I've been Rhapsody. Fuck. What's my end spiel again? Someone remind me. If you've liked the video, click like. If you've disliked the video, feel free to click dislike. If you want to see more videos like that in the future, subscribe to my channel. Up until next time, hopefully it won't be a whole fucking week again. I again apologize, illness happens, and since I just changed to a new schedule, I was not prepared for it. Anyhow, I've been Rhapsody, that's been Hearthstone Arena, hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, and we'll see you next time.